Are you a messy artist or a neat artist, or maybe you're a bit of both? Let me know in the comments, write mess or neat or both, because I kind of want to see where you are at. So no judgment, no wrong answers, and all ways are valid. But I was going to see if I could persuade you to add in some messy art practice to your creating routine, if you haven't done so already. And I want to tell you why I think that this is a super good idea and how it's helped me to move my art forward. So for my messy art, I am using Neocolor II crayons, and these are the water reactive range, so we can get even messier with them. And I'm using a mixed media paper that has quite a smooth surface. I've also got some water, a cloth, and a size 8 round brush to hand. So way number one for making your messy art is to just get started. Oh, so simple, but yet so hard. So many of my videos start with a block of colour, don't they? And you know why? It's just because it breaks up that white page and gets you started. So just throw some colour down, any colour, and in fact, because we're doing messy art, pick a couple of colours, get them mixing, mix them on the paper, and yeah, just see what comes out. You want to be going into your messy art with no expectations. All you really want to do is add some colour and marks to a page. So super simple, right? Okay, so a disclaimer here. I am a naturally messy person, but conversely, I'm also a perfectionist. So even though I found it really easy to put messy art regularly into my practice, I wasn't completely immune to the whole wanting it to also be perfect. I know, confusing, right? But this is what messy art is all about. Well, at least for me anyway, it's a powerful tool to help you to free up your art. So if you do find yourself likely to overthink things, you have high expectations of how your art will turn out, and or want everything you do to be perfect right from the start, then yeah, messy art is going to help you. So allowing yourself to spend, say, 5-10 minutes of just making a mess is a great way to start reprogramming your thought processes around your artwork. It gets you into the habit of not thinking so much about the outcomes and just thinking about the process. And it's in the process of doing our art that we really discover the new things, we increase our skills, we work out what materials do and don't work together and which ones we like and which ones we don't like to use. And all of these things just feed straight back into your artwork. But it is going to take a bit of commitment on your side, and you may have to work at it, depending on sort of where you are on that messy and neatness scale. So for your messy art, the way number 2 to help you get going is to add in some big gestures. Don't get caught up in little details or focusing on little things or making little perfect lines. Allow yourself to make big shapes that fill the space, make lots of them. Think of it like you're raising your voice in a crowded room, or you're in a large Zoom meeting and you need to be heard. Yeah, I haven't worked that one out either. If you've got any tips, do tell. Anyway, for your messy art, go big, go free, make those marks, big gestures, use your whole body if you can. And don't worry about how they look, as long as they're there. Layer them up and pile them on. Do a few different ones as well, mix and match them. How you use your tools are a great way here. If you've got a tool that you can do different things with, like these crayons where I can add water to them in different ways, use them dry, use them wet. Just throw the whole lot at your page and don't worry about the end point. Just grab and do. So way number 3, and way number 3 is to repeat. This type of exercise isn't a one-off, particularly if you tend to be more of a perfectionist or an overthinker and find it hard to let yourself be free. Doing this kind of exercise and reaping the benefit from it takes a little bit of time and practice, and just keep continuing to do it. But it doesn't have to be a big thing. You can easily do a couple of messy art pieces just to get you warmed up. Take, say, 5-10 minutes to just get a mess onto a piece of paper with no expectations. And then come back the next day, do another 5-10 minutes, the next day after that, and again and again. And I've found that doing this type of exercise regularly has made it easier to work through blocks, because it just gets you working and being free to just be present with no pressure. And it's also lessened my reliance on focusing on endpoints and just being able to do. And it's a great way of easing up some of my need to be perfect, especially if you're trying to do it to a very small amount of time, because you just don't have the time to be perfect. And doing is far more important than being perfect. And if the colour gets away from you, starts dribbling in all sorts of places, don't worry about it, just mop it up with another piece of paper. So go make some messy art right now and keep on making messy art and let me know what happens. Let me know how it goes for you. And remember that your messy art doesn't need to look like my messy art. Go find your own way of doing messy art and have fun with it. Enjoy. You can do it with your acrylics, you can do it with your watercolours, you can do it with your pencils, whatever you like to work with, or just mix them all together. So have fun creating, and I will catch you next time.